as much as I can sympathize with the want to find one's purpose in life, I'd say maybe hold on to it for a while. Maybe don't read it. Maybe you find something that you desire a little bit more than what that could reveal to you. Magic isn't always absolute, you see.
He'll nod, but you can see that his face is kind of set, like he's already made a decision.
That and be a little bit more sneaky next time, yeah? And she like laughs it off.
Sailor's hands, ma'am. Not very quiet or quick.
Quick enough to steer this ship. Well, alright. So I'll leave you to it. And, if you ever need something to... Well, if you ever need an ear... you know, don't hesitate to ask. We're stuck on this boat as it is, so I might as well get a story out of it.
Of course, Miss Alante. I would appreciate if you and Miss Kalen were aboard deck these next few days. We're going to be getting into some dangerous territory, and I'd like the people with the story who are good at talking. No offense to Mrs. Koo and Mr. Mage, but they do have an off-putting effect on some people. Whereas-
No, yeah, I get that.
Everyone respects a cleric and a paladin. Y'all are few and far between.
Yeah. That makes sense. Oh, well, I honestly wonder if I still am.
How do you mean?
But, you know, my more special parts of myself. Really.
I wouldn't know anything about your special parts, ma'am. I keep to myself when the passengers are changing.
That's not what I mean, you dolt. I mean, my particular penchant for vision seeing.
Of course. Your vision seeing.
You don't believe it. It's okay. No one really does.
I confess I was not aware.
You weren't aware. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I see things. Things that happened a long time ago, things that are yet to happen still. That's a lot for you to think about. I'll let you process that.
Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day, Lady
Of
Alante.
course. And have fun with your scroll, Captain.
He'll nod.
Be careful, the bird's looking at you. And she points back towards the room.
He looks over. Ruin is like doing that slow creep.
I was literally about to type, like, Adelante would notice Ruin is staring intently at this conversation.
The bird's watching you.
As Adelante passes
Hello,
me, I'll be
bird.
like, that was a weird conversation. Oh.
Don't worry, I knew you were listening.
Ruin eats the captain.
No!
No!
Who's gonna
Not
drive
exactly
the boat
this.
now?
Now Ruin can pilot or can steer the ship.
Like a Zerg, he gains the abilities of the people he eats.
Not exactly listening, but he sort of gave me an interpretation. It's just about a weird scroll.
A map supposed to show him his desires.
Damn, anyone got like 1 million gold?
Is that what you desire truly?
No, so I can buy it from him.
I don't think that you're gonna buy it from him. It seems to be the man's life dream.
Hmm. Hmm.
The gang steals from the ship captain.
Oh, and he says he wants you and I to be on the deck of the ship more often.
Well, if any Fane ships find us, I'll chat to them.
Yeah, it'd likely be more useful for you to do that. Military types aren't exactly my forte.
Hope none of them recognize my name.
Don't use your name.
Well, I can't show them my fake ID. Then they'll think I'm from the Gallows Stub.
Fuck.
Got him.
Well, I don't know. You're going to have to figure something out. I mean, what happens if they recognize your name?
But they might tell my father that I'm still alive. You know, that wouldn't really mean a lot, but I would be
Not
upset.
more than that. Yeah.
I don't
Well-
know.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I suppose.
Well, so I'm very openly having this conversation in front of Ku, who knew none of this.
Yeah.
I mean, Ku is 100% just stuffing dumplings while
He's
making
cooking.
everything.
As this is happening, Lyanna wanders into the room with you, Mage, as you're examining the books. We have a library?
I know, right?
Oh my god.
It's almost like it was blocked off by something. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, no shade to the feathers, but I didn't even know this was in here.
If you want to keep sassing the feathers, I can simply take the potion.
I started with no shade to the potions.
Yes, but you're a renowned liar.
Ah,
Mm.
one time and you get renowned liar, and she like reaches up and she's like, anything about music in here? Or what's that in your arms? The lusty Argoni? Why do you have that?
Actually, it's fuck, I have it written down somewhere. It's
Uh-oh.
fuck. Nautical love.
Oh yes!
Which Mage will quickly close it. Shove
A
it in
stormy
shove
romance
it-
on the high seas.
Shove it in their bag, stoic, and just walk out of the room.
Can I borrow it after you? Jeez, tough crowd. And she'll spend some time going through the books as you walk over. Do you guys detect a little bit of a flush on Mage? No, absolutely not. He doesn't flush, but he is walking with a purpose into the kitchen.
Oh, hey, man.
Mm.
They are, I should say.
Where's Lyanna?
I would not worry about her.
No? No? Alright. Guess she's busy or something, then.
We've been on this boat a long time.
Yeah, pretty much.
We have.
I wish I could just let the passage of time pass, like, just quickly, just
Yeah, like.
almost like a,
skipping it, right?
yes.
Mage, you glance out the porthole, and the camera follows your view as we zoom out farther and farther and farther.
Now we skip
And
a month ahead, and we're already there.
yeah, we have a 5-second cut forward to you guys sitting around a grand hall Ku is wearing a golden crown covered in jewels sitting at the head of the table. You all have racks of delicious food in front of you, but for some reason you're reluctant to eat as you look around at the faceless, impassive guards that stand every 5 feet all around this hall. And then we're back in the present day. And the Lucy is going to go.
Damn it, that was such a good
1
dream.
I
day,
wish we could go farther.
2 days.
2 days, another 2 days. It's another 2 days for you.
Dude. I don't believe that 2 days.
You're so stupid. Shut up.
All right. Everybody has 3 chances to advance their skills if they would like to.
Jesus
I can do-
Christ.
Mage, that's a no. Kaylin, that's a no.
Back,
Oh, yeah.
back. Oh, finally.
Oh, on the last day, Ku's gonna get up to a DC 16, but she is the only one.
That's crazy. Let's keep going. More
I can't
days.
believe how much harder it got. On the 3rd day, you are have been moving through the more populated shipping lanes for some time. When you hear a loud knocking sound that seems to echo over the waves, and you see one of the largest ships in the water around you begin to angle towards you.
Oh god.
This is roughly the size comparison between your vessel and the vessel approaching you.
Oh, good fuck.
You can all recognize the flag of Faerun flying above the ship, as well as note the many fortified placements on deck as well as below deck for mages to stand and cast magic. And as they pull up alongside you, you hear a booming voice call down, "Ho there!" And you
Well,
look up
that's
and you can
just
see
rude. I don't think any of us
Hey.
are hoes.
a very swarthy looking halfling man in what appears to be battle mage regalia. It's like lightly armored robes that seem that even from this distance you can see the glimmer of several different arcane protections around his person. What news? Where from sails the Lucy?
Where from?
You cut out.
I just like lean in. I go, where from do we sail? Definitely not saying where we actually sailed out from.
And see why not.
Why the fuck would we say that? Aren't they at war? Wouldn't that be a bad thing?
I have no reasons for being there.
Well, this
This
what
is
we-
taking you a long time to answer. You see several of the hatches on the sides of the ship begin to get cranked open, the sound of chains.
Hello. You just couldn't hear us. We had to get our stuff straight. We were yelling, but we weren't all the way up deck.
Suspicious.
Why are
Well,
you
I
such
mean-
a terrible liar?
You have a very
Well, you're
large
out of-
ship. It'd be hard to hear us.
Out of character, why are you such a bad liar?
I'm just playing around on the character right now.
Where from do you sail?
I guess we just say we sailed from fucking Earthtain, 'cause that's where we technically were at. Isn't it? Shouldn't be Kaylin be talking right now? Aren't you
Yeah,
the
look,
leader?
I said I was gonna tell the truth, and you're like, don't do that. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to these guys.
Okay, tell the truth then. Go ahead.
Tell the truth. I'm
Is it Tanakin? No, it's not Tanakin. What? Scarif? Where did we actually set sail from?
I think it's
You set sail from Tonkadon.
Tonkadon.
Okay.
Scarif is where the campaign mostly started.
Ah, okay.
and where you left the car.
Come from Riftheim, well, Riftheim via Tunkadon.
What kind of merchants sail from Riftheim this far south?
We're not merchants.
What are you?
Can we talk without yelling?
Pull out of the queue and drop anchor. You can see blue and white lights begin to flash on board the larger ship, and they pull out of they start to pull slightly farther out to sea away from the South Faerun coast.
Shit,
Not more
it's
than a
cop.
few hundred yards.
Flush the coke.
If you guys comply, they'll wait until both ships are no longer moving, and drop a rope ladder down and wait till you affix it to your boat. And 3 officers are going to climb onto the ship. I'll take you guys back here for this. And I don't have this character fucking built out already. God damn it. Alright, this is what he's gonna look like. Alright, 3 heavily warded mages step down onto the deck. How may we address you?
Well, I'm not the captain, but I guess I'll be speaking. I'm Caitlin Tenemere, Paladin Knight First Class.
Tenemere? Isn't your father Lord Tenemere?
Anime, what the fuck?
That would be correct. As I said, we're not merchants.
Understandably so. What brings you to these waters, your ladyship?
We're heading south, towards the split continent.
What news do you have on that godforsaken place?
Oh, we're just hunting down an abomination of a vampire that's caused a lot of damage.
Of course. These are your compatriots? Are they also friends of the house?
They're friends of mine, and they've not met my father. But they're helping me in, pursuing his goals.
Of course. You can tell that he is a little bit non-believing, but you're obviously telling the truth as he glances back at one of the others and they give a nod. Do you have anything to declare?
Declare as in like cargo and such.
Any contraband or anything we might be worried about, magical effects that could be harmful while sailing through these waters. So I'm sorry, it's our duty to make sure. A respected paladin, of course, such as yourself, we can make many allowances as long as we're informed.
I mean, we have many magical items, but they are under our control. And as for contraband, I mean, I have fake IDs, but you wouldn't care about that from the Galar stub.
Of course, the sanctity of your cover is very important to us. We would do nothing to begrudge that. Is there anything we can offer to assist you, Lady Knight?
I mean, we're on a tight schedule. If you have any food, so we wouldn't have to stop anywhere again.
I'm sure we could rustle up some rations. Gregor, get back up at the rigging. Have something set down. One of them immediately turns and starts climbing back up the rope ladder. He gives a nod to the second guy who steps to the side, and those of you with the spell Detect Magic would recognize the words as he begins to murmur under his breath.
I go, don't get too close to the bird. He bites.
Of course.
No, I'm serious. Don't. He bit me, the little fuck.
Of this monstrosity, is it of a danger that we should inform military command? Does this
Ruin.
threat?
Kneel, please.
Oh, I speak of your vampire, not your.
Oh, okay.
Of course, such a creature is under your control. He says, not believing his own words.
Well, if you don't get a report from me within a few months, then maybe send some scouts to this Split Continent.
Very well. Will you be coming back this way by ship?
Not entirely sure at the moment.
This ship's gonna be coming back this way, says Captain Lascalar.
That's assuming we do come back.
Well, he's only chartered to drop you off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Unless you're gonna hire him to do other stuff. His current plan is he's gonna come back up this way and go home. He's been at sea for
no.
a
I mean, if we
fucking million years.
If we don't sink first. That's what I mean.
Truth.
I will inform you Captain Lascalar is being paid by the Galar Stub, though he is
No allegiance to them other than coin.
a neutral party, yes. So, on his way back, please don't harass him.
Would you, sir, consent to a brief interrogation? You and your Galarian crew? Just about your passage near the waters of our fair nation. And he'll look down at you guys, as if waiting for you to say something, and then Captain Lascalar will say, I have no reason to say no, so I suppose I have to say yes. Minos, leave off. The officer wishes to speak to us. And he'll give, the officer will give you guys a nod as he waits for the others to go above deck, and he's gonna go and talk to the three of them, a little bit to themselves, closer to the back of the deck.
I have a
Not exactly
question.
whispering.
This guy is the guy that was been talking to us the whole time, or
Yes.
shit. I had a
As he
question.
walks away, the guy who was casting Detect Magic goes, "Ah!" and it covers his eyes.
Whoa, are you okay?
Your
No,
arms and
no,
armaments, oh, they're so bright.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, I was not expecting the level of power. Oh
That's
god.
okay. Are you hurt? Are you hurt? Do you need assistance?
He's a lizard folk, so he blinks first one eye and then the other a couple times, and uncovers it, like looks at you. You can tell he's squinting. I'll be right. Ow.
Yes, of course. If there's anybody, do you have anybody sick on the ship? I could take a look while you're all still rummaging around. I'm a cleric. I can help.
We have our sick bay. More than a few injured, still convalescing, and there's a bad case of trench foot going around the ship.
Oh God. Well, I could do something. If you have me brought up, maybe I could probably have it done in not too much time.
He'll absolutely, rather than making you climb the rigging, he'll wait until they use a floating disc to lower the food and water down to you, and he'll just have you step up onto it and be lifted aboard the ship, where you're quickly shown to their medical, not medical bay is what I was gonna say, their sick bay.
Yeah.
There are probably 15 people in different stages of healing from wounds, and another 7 that are sick from one disease or another?
Yeah. I can. Yeah, I'll take a look at them. Do you want me to like roll for this?
Give me a medicine check.
Okay. Just one or like shit?
No, just one to like go over the room. I'll give you advantage though, because you're doing like with everybody, and you have the medical staff there, even if they're not magically
Yeah.
empowered to heal.
Oh, yikes.
Okay. You know that it would take more magic to heal most of the wounded people than you probably have just easily accessible. It would take you more than a day, and you probably don't want to expend all of your resources right now. Many of them are already being cared for, and there are only a few that have currently life-threatening injuries.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can use magic to heal the ones that are particularly bad, where they're like going
Yeah.
to die.
As far as those that are sick, that's more outside of the realm of just a mundane healer's ability to handle. There are herbs and things that can be given, but they don't help really combat much more than the symptoms. And I would say that's probably where you focus a lot of your magical effects. How many spell slots are you willing to burn for this?
I mean, how many do we have that are like needing? You know?
I would say that there are 10 people who are at critical stages.
I mean, at this point, we would have had to go long rest, right? It's been like 2 days. So,
It's been some time.
Let me put my shit all over that. Okay.
Caitlin looks over to Lana. Behold, the power of telling the truth.
How many did you say again?
There are about 10 with life-threatening injuries or illnesses.
Could I technically do a mass and heal them like that?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I can just do a mass. I'll burn a mass cure wounds. Like just like help them get
Okay.
get them a little bit more.
Why don't
close
you-
to death's door?
Why don't you do that twice, just because you can only target 6 people with it at a time?
Sure.
If you're willing to use both of those spell slots, you help these people a great deal and solve almost all of their greatest issues. Yeah, this is probably a fairly intensely religious experience as you walk in, are shown around the room to these beds of injured men and women, either in battle or a sickness that has afflicted them while they were on the ship. And then you walk back and stand in the center of the room, and you loudly begin to pray to the god Ashur to deliver these peoples. The light twin blesses them and heals their wound, and you see a score of people open their eyes and look over to you with shock as abscesses drain, as open weeping wounds close, as sickness flees from their body. And it is a rare man of those 12 people that you're able to heal that does not murmur a word of thanks to either you or your god. And more than a few raise their voices to in praise, loudly proclaiming their faith for your god.
And she like looks around the room and she's like very happy. There's like some tears of joy. She's like, thank you. I hope you're all in good health now. I'm just glad to see you're all healthy, at least a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, they're like the nurses are falling over themselves to thank you. The one attendant doctor comes over and she shakes your hand with tears in her eyes.
It's the least I could do. A passing cleric could not let this many people suffer, right?
There are many that do. You are the one who's stopped to help us. We will always be grateful.
By all means, try and keep them a little bit more healthy next time, right?
Of course. And she ducks her head a little bit. As you turn and start walking out, you hear one of the guys by the door sit up, and he has like a crutch, no longer needed, by the side of his bed. And as he sits up in bed, he grabs it and dunks it on the floor, and he says, "Praise be the twin!" And more than half of the men in the bay all shout, "Praise be the twin!"
Praise be the twin, and she like bows her head.
And you are getting quite a few looks as you're shown back across the deck. Soldier, more than a few people run into the room after you have left, and you can hear excited conversation picking up amongst what was previously a very dour group of men and women.
Yeah, and I'm like leaving, and I'm telling them to try and keep them off the ale for at least a little bit. Wouldn't want them to injure themselves again, would you?
Of course not. I will be right back. Excuse me, sorry.
And like that, she's gained a cult following.
Oh my god. Episode 19, Angel Challenge Run. I'm heavily
I mean, why wouldn't I?
Let's go. I'm a hero now. I've endeared myself to this group of people.
My apologies, my cat made a strange noise. I thought he had hurt himself.
Meow.
Meow.
Your return to the ship around the time that the officer finishes questioning the captain and crew. And he'll come back and present himself before Caitlin. My man just told me of your compatriot's assistance. I would just like to echo heartfelt thanks to you and your compatriots, Lady Caitlin.
Of course, I thank you for keeping this quick.
Of course. And he'll bow his head again, and he and his compatriot are going to step onto the... well, they'll first disconnect the rope ladder and step onto the floating platform and be lifted up out of sight at his call. After a few minutes, their ship, you can hear the anchor beginning to crank up, and Captain Lascar takes that moment to order the boys to raise yours as well. And mere minutes later, you are back underway, rejoining the flow of ships moving around the southernmost point of Fainroot.
We did it.
We did it, Dad. We did it.
I saved a whole med bay full of people. Or sick bay.
Yeah, after we start moving, I'm just gonna go stand next to the Captain Lascar. Alright, on your way back, don't go this way.
Yeah, no shit.
Don't go this way.
I'll be sailing for Gilarian waters as quick as I can.
If that took any longer, they might have realized I'm supposed to be dead.
Oh!
Huh. Shit. It's okay, you could say I revived you. No, I'm playing. That wouldn't work.
I look at Atlanta, I'm like, I thought you knew a lot more than you do.
How would I know? What do you mean?
You saw the ships. You saw me
Not everything.
dying.
Not everything.
Well, to summarize, I am from Faerun. You wouldn't really call me a noble, but my father is quite an infamous / notorious general. So anyone in the military would know my name. His name. And yeah, I went on sort of a suicide mission a few years ago into the Galar Stub to do some things, and it failed, as expected. But I lived, so everyone thinks I'm dead because I haven't reported in, and I don't know if I want to just yet.
I mean, that's a choice. You seem like clearly you have a lot of fucking power with that name, but now that that's dropped, I don't know how quiet that's gonna stay.
Yeah, they're either gonna think it was fake and hunt down Captain Askelar, or think it was real and send someone to find me, maybe. Either way, yeah, the name's Caitlin, not Kaylin. Very close, so I don't know, call me either if you want. I sort of picked a fake name that was easy to remember.
I mean, what do you want us to use? Should we keep going with the fake? Is that what you would introduce yourself as, or?
Yeah. Which one?
I mean, we're not going anywhere that should have Faerun soldiers, so I do prefer Caitlin.
Alright. I mean, that's easy enough.
It is.
Action.
So is that like you're always really quiet about certain things? I'm from like a big scary family.
When you guys asked where I was from, I did lie, and I did say I was not going to tell you the truth.
I mean, you were forward about it, so yeah.
Because, you know, I'm thought dead, but it could cause problems. I don't know. Either way, is it a lie if I told you I was lying?
No, I mean, it's forward honesty. That's how I get through a lot of things myself.
That and stealing, I'd imagine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely seems like it.
I knew this thief once.
Mm-hmm.
The bloody something. They were a real nutcase. Give you a run for your money, Coop.
Huh.
Huh.
That sounds like an interesting story.
Probably bump into him someday. Or not, you know.
Oh yeah, this would have been a long time ago, I think.
It's a good question.
Really?
Like, if you bump into them, does that mean that they're like a bad rogue, or like, you know, if you loot each other inadvertently all the time, does that mean you're both really good rogues?
If you punch yourself in the face and it doesn't hurt, are you really strong or are you really weak?
It's true.
Brendan Lee Mulligan argument of glass cannon is still strong. Strong does not necessarily connotate resiliency, whereas weakness does.
So we move in this ship?
2 days, another
Unless
2
there's
days.
anything else. Unless you guys have anything you'd like to do, yeah.
Hey everyone, I was beneath the deck. What'd I miss?
You were
Nothing.
aboard deck. You specifically set up on the other side of the mast, and then stood there.
Goddamn.
Could you mission if I missed Caitlin's lore drop?
This has no idea.
Today's gonna be the day.
All right, fine. You guys progress 2 more days.
Yeah.
Give me rolls.
6 days gonna be the day.
Oh, yeah.
It's another.
All right, Mage on a 19. That's a progression.
Thank God.
Ku on a 19. That's a progression. Alante on a 17. That's a progression.
That's good.
Progress.
Everybody goes 1 up, and that's it.
And before the
Damn,
max
yours.
DC is 20, and I literally can never make it.
Yeah, about that.
Do you hear that?
Oh
sigh?
wait, your wisdom is -1, so getting to this point was a detriment for you.
Yes, that's what I said
Jesus.
earlier.
I
I've reached the
misunderstood
point-
what you were saying. Oh
I've
my
reached the
god.
point where someone could casually learn about it, and now you have to actually be good at it, and I'm dumb.
shit.
So
I had originally planned on going to 20, but why don't I say I'll go to 18 instead? Because
Yeah,
then somebody who's
understandable.
even bad at something could still learn it.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, if we went to 20, the only way I'd get that is a natural 20.
Yeah, right.
But it's up to the dice gods.
I'll be learning sailing for the rest of my miserable life.
Okay. 2 days after your encounter with the Faerunian Navy, you begin to see a few of the ships of the Split Continents Navy. They are fewer and farther between, and you are one of only a few ships visible that are not amongst their member. Other ships clearly flying merchant flags and colors are the only other things in this suddenly very sparse shipping lane. Almost every other ship that you are with turned north to Yatar Hog. It is during this day that a ship approximate to your size, slightly larger, and loaded with far more ballistae and crossbows, does not pull up alongside you, but you note that it is shadowing you, as if escorting you. You can see that this is a similar process happening to the other ships. As they draw closer to Sanctuary, the following becomes even more pronounced. I want to ask, are there any specific preparations that you guys make before your last 2 days of travel?
I mean, does the captain have any ideas? Like, he's the one who actually does ships. So
3 days of travel, excuse me.
I'll probably ask him what he wants to do. Like, what are things we should be doing and stuff.
Never traveled this far south, but I'd imagine take any weapons and put them in your room so that we're not immediately seen as super threatening. Any secret that you want kept, burn them now.
I'll tell
Y'all
I'll
got one
do
of
what
them
he
them
says.
bags of handiness. So maybe put some stuff in there.
I'll. Does somebody have a bag of holding?
Yeah.
Can I
put
put
up
my
my
fucking-
hand too.
Can I put my hammer in there?
I mean, if you really need to. I don't know what's wrong with that.
I mean, I don't want to be immediately viewed as armed, right? Like,
I mean, you're an
That's
actual
not
priest.
crazy,
Are the actual priests like
that's true,
pacifists or something?
no. That's why I have the hammer.
I'm not putting away my axe.
I'll keep it on. I'll be fine. I'm not gonna reach for the hammer or anything.
reach for the scab.
Caitlin, while you're not sure very much about the cleric orders of the other gods, you know a fair bit about the other paladin orders. Specifically that the journeyman and mentor do not have paladin orders that follow them. It is only War and the Light and Dark Twin that produce paladins.
The people that want to get shit done.
I resent that. Well, I don't, but also, does that mean I don't get shit done?
Yes.
No, the Light and Dark Twin have paladins.
No, but as a cleric, what you trying to say?
What clerics? Clerics don't be murdering.
Yeah, it's
Modrons?
Meat merc.
Murderings.
Okay, yeah. Then I don't have anything specific that I want to do. I want to go in my room actually, and grab out of my like stuff the amulets that the other members of my party would have had. Because I had a few of them on me. Just gonna grab those and just hold on to a little
Okay.
bit on my person. Other than that, I'm good.
Okay.
I mean, while we still have a couple days travel, do you want to just check the compass? See where Vampire Man's at.
Yeah, probably
Now that
not
we're
bad,
closer. It'll probably be something more general than just south now that we're here.
Mage. You
Does
are
Mage
still in
have it, or
possession
does
of the
Crew have
compass,
it?
right?
I am.
They are. Your party has asked if you would not mind using it on the vampire, so that we can get a little bit more of a.
It has been
Picture.
focused on the vampire's amulet
Okay.
while it's been in my possession.
I believe the last time it was used was for Ku's sister.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then I received it back. But it's
Well, you
it's
did-
always been
Yeah.
it's always been in my attunement slot. So.
Okay, so you essentially, yeah, you produce it, right? And unfurl the map that you have of the world, and you can tell that it is pointed southeast.
It's going southwest.
Maybe.
Okay, but we're still gonna get.
Oh, well,
central.
sorry. I was drawing with my ruler, but I was hiding, not showing. It's sort of this range right here, yeah. It's hard to tell exactly because you guys aren't 100%, you don't have 100% pinpoint of your location, but you do know that you're near the northmost tip.
Yeah, good golly, I wonder what our best lead could be. Definitely not a place called the Blood Tower.
Adelante, would you like to share, I don't know if you can hear the flipping of pages, would you like to share your knowledge of the Blood Tower or perhaps the Holdstrong?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. You would be able to tell your party that the Blood Tower is a tall central tower amidst many that dot the western continent. It is a relic of the past wars in this continent. Blood Tower is the last standing bastion created by the master sorcerer Teril Eschaton to defend against the armies of Karak. Whereas the Holdstrong is a fortress first and city second. The Holdstrong is the training ground and academy for the followers of the Dark Twin. From it come nearly all dark priests and paladins found throughout the world. Even if one begins their training somewhere else, they will always finish it at the Holdstrong. And a fun piece of trivia, its walls have never been breached. It was sacked before, magically, but its walls have never been breached.
Yet.
Yet, until Kalen shows up.
Mm.
War has come to your door, bitches!
Reaching tool.
Pulls an arrow on the wall.
Literally. It's a
And if you guys have any other questions about any other places, do let me know.
The ruins of Desria.
Yeah, I can absolutely tell you about that. The ruins of Desria is the original site of the oldest elven settlement, but is now smashed towers of green gem and crystal that still are dangerous to traverse among. It is a dead place.
I want to go there.
It's a haunting place, really.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah, you probably fit right in.
What does that mean?
And I mean, you like dangerous shit, don't you?
It's true. I do like dangerous shit. I mean, that's why I hang out with the rest of you still.
Exactly. There you go. Also, you like shiny things, and the place is quite literally made of shiny things.
See, that's the main thing I was going with. It's super shiny.
Oh, would you look at that? We're finally here.
2 days, another.
Yeah, you guys have 3 skill checks that you can roll if you would like, as you are shadowed into the bay each day.
Hell yeah.
Adelante, I believe that is 2 successes for you.
Wait.
Let's go! I'm about to learn how to spear this bitch.
Is that 3? Because she got a crit.
No.
Damn. I tried.
Alright, let me pull up that handout and update things being learned.
3 checks.
3 checks. Okay, where's Kalen's rolls? Kalen got an 11, a 17, that's a success. Bring you up to DC 18. Oh no, DC 17, yeah. Mage got a 4, an 18, and a 12, so that's 1 success. Bring you also up to DC 17. Ku got no successes, so you're still at DC 17. And Adelante got, in the correct order, a 17 to pass a DC 16, and a 24 to get up to DC 18. You only need 1 more success, Adelante, before you will be proficient in water vehicles.
Yes, let's go!
As we make land and will never step foot on a boat again.
Literally.
on the 3rd day of travel, 47, if anyone is interested. As you pull into the bay, the ship following you disengages and pulls back. As you can see, rounding the mouth into the cove, a pair of brilliant white and gold ships that wait near the mouth of the river to inspect any ships passing through. Day 47 total of the adventure.
I was trying to trick you there. Tell us how much time we have until the world explodes.
Oh yeah, day 47 out of 623.
Day 47 out of 48.
Until the moon falls out of the sky.
Watergate, uh-oh.
As you guys are coming in, I assume you acquiesce to the flag commands and pull up alongside one of these ships.
Yep.
Fire cannons.
All right. After a suitably short pause, as you all gather once more above deck, 5 very heavily armored individuals, all in shining colors, step onto your boat. Adelante, and probably everyone else, would immediately recognize Paladins of Ashore upon seeing them. Their regal armor and symbol and golden mountain symbology give them away immediately. And one of them steps forward. Approaching the only other paladin-esque person aboard the ship, but with an eye at Adelante. You see a bone-white tiefling wearing this beautiful plate armor step forward. You're quite a motley crew. What do you bring to the waters of the sanctuary? We do not take outsiders freely into our city.
Is this our second challenge?
You're asking for a donation.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Your business.
Destroying evil.
Is this why you have one who wears our order's robes?
Oh, she's speak
yes,
up a little.
Yes, brother. We're here to exterminate a great evil.
And who are you?
Well, my name is, Briar.
You
like,
see a raised, somewhat derogatory eyebrow. You claim to be of the most powerful line of clerics ever born.
Yes, I do.
She can prove it.
You would have a better chance impersonating someone if your hair was the right color.
Sir,
The Sons of the Briars are dark of hair.
well, my name is... My name is Briar, true enough. True as the sun sets in... True as the sun sets in the west and rises in the east. I could make good on this promise if you would, take me in and allow me to speak with someone.
And why should I do that, Pretender?
I assure you I don't pretend.
Make me a persuasion check. Try and convince this guy.
I'm not that good. at it.
If you have something that you would try and say, let me know. What do you?
Yeah, I feel like I wanted to bring out the amulets and show him, like,
Your amulet.
them. Yeah, like I'll basically like take out the ones that I have in my bag and like clutch on my arm. And
And which one do you
I-
have?
which one do I have?
Yes.
That's on my arm. I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry. You said amulet. I was.
Oh,
thinking
not
of
amulets,
The
the
amulet. Sorry.
the bands, the whatever we call them. Bangs.
Bangles.
Yeah, and I'd clutch on my arm, and the thing is, it might come as a bit of a shock. Maybe not for absolutely everybody to hear.
Should make her say it here so I could finally know.
speak your truth. And you feel more than see or hear as he spreads a hand, and you feel a power. It is not dissimilar to Zone of Truth, but you know that this is a ability given by Ashur to his most devout followers. It
Yeah,
does not
and-
compel truth, but it does alert the user to untruths spoken in their vicinity.
Okay. Well, my name is Adelante Breyer. A seer of Ashur from very, very long ago. You'd likely be familiar. I'm not sure if they teach about me or really anyone. I have things that you probably haven't seen before in your life. I mean, you're all in such new armor, definitely different from the design I'm wearing. And she pulls the bangle off her arm and the ones in her bag. These are markings, mine and my companions, who are gone now.
And what business does the seer of Ashur have? You can see he's like struggling with himself, as if he's still trying to work to believe what you're saying, even though he is being informed in the most true way possible that you are not lying. He's trying to wrap his head around it.
Well, like I said, we're here to destroy a great evil, the vampire. Horrible and vile as all undead before him are. It's somewhere within our home, brother.
Within the sanctuary.
No, within the continent, but on our side of things. Close to the people that we're sworn to protect.
You hear one of the paladins standing behind him murmur a curse to the Dark Twin, and he turns and shoots a glare before refocusing on you. This
So
is dire
please-
news.
Please, let us in. Allow me to speak to someone. I mean, I don't know who's in charge anymore, but I'm sure they'd want to hear from me.
Do you wish to speak to the Grand Priest,
That would be-
Dashad?
That would be great. I mean, you spoke of my line and them having a different colored hair now. I mean, could I ask to meet one of them?
He looks at you. If you are truly one of the lost, then you've not heard of your family's decline.
Mm.
What do you mean? What? You said that they were some of the most powerful. How could that be possible?
I think where's being the key of that sentence?
No Briar has been born to the house in more than a decade.
Oh,
Said that their gifts are not deserved by our worlds any longer.
Uh-oh.
well, I'd say that can't be true. I'm living proof of that, aren't I?
He'll look at you and then extend a hand towards you, palm up. In it is a very small wooden carving of an arrowhead. What is this?
And I go and grab it. I like touch it. Like, I don't know.
Oh God.
Caesar time.
I stand like closer to Adelante to like touch her.
Yeah, Alonte, your eyes roll back in your head and your tattoos glow a brilliant color as you touch upon this small wooden carving. And in the briefest of moments, you see the life of a tree from fallen acorn to massive oak, and then to a wildfire that burned it down, leaving only twigs and branches scorched lying on the ground, until a small pair of tieflings, one white, one red, approach. And you see the pair of them spend much time near this stoop, growing and aging. And as they reach adolescence, the vision changes to follow a small piece of wood. And it seems that this wood traveled with this red-skinned tiefling for years, being carved slowly throughout the days, almost as if one carve a day to shape it. And the last thing you see is the outstretched hand of this red tiefling lying on the ground, and the white hand tiefling that is currently holding it entering the frame and picking it up. And your eyes roll back down, and you sag for a second, and Caitlin catches you, and you catch your feet, and you hear more than a few murmured oaths from the other paladin standing on the ship.
Um, well, I mean, I certainly know a lot more than I did before. That other person, a friend, a sibling, even.
Brother.
I'm sorry.
Not as sorry as they were. And he'll tuck it away in a belt. You are free to enter the city. Do no harm while you are here. The forgiveness of Ashur is legendary, but our guards is not.
Of course. Thank you, brother.
Times have changed. You would address me as commander.
Of course, Commander.
Seer.
That audience, would you be able to grant that for me? Or at least try and grant that for me?
He will, do you have a pen and ink?
Yes, and I would look around. Could one of you fetch me that? To Minos and...
Yeah, Minos will run below deck, grabs something for you as he turns back to his ship and calls, "Bring me my seal!" A few minutes later, Minos brings back the paper, passes it to you, you pass it to him. He will scrawl what appears to be a brief letter of introduction before melting a bit of wax just in his hand and placing it on and sealing it with the seal of the commander.
Yeah, and I feel like he goes to he goes to hand me the paper, I imagine.
Yeah, rolled up and sealed.
And I like grab it, but I put my hand over top of his, and I like look him in the eyes, and a little bit of just a little bit of warmth sort of channels through my hand, like I'm using a little bit of magic on him. So I'm letting him feel the holiness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just and I just look at him and I go, thank you so much, Commander. It really means more than you can imagine to be home.
You have been lost for many years, Seer.
I have.
We are glad to welcome you.
And she's, crying more than a little bit. Such a such a happy thing to finally be here, you know, standing in front of them.
And they will form up and begin to head off the ship. And you can see that the two at the rear take more than a few glances back each at you and the rest of your very quiet, scary-looking party, bedecked as you are.
I wave.
This seems to scare them even more. All right, you guys begin to sail into the city. I assume that you will try and find docks at the city docks, rather than trying to rent your own private dock.
Yeah, probably just in the city. Right?
Okay.
Well, I mean, we're not really. I don't think the captain's gonna dock for too long, right? Is he leaving?
And tends to probably drop
That-
us and run.
That was my other question: do you guys have any interest in trying to convince Captain Lascalar to stay longer?
Hmm.
Any ideas of traveling by ship to your next location?
I want to see what happens when he opens the map.
God, I wanna. I mean, is he gonna? He's probably not gonna open it now. I don't know. But I do want to know what he desires. That is true.
So,
He
you guys
desires
pull in.
Us to be off his ship is what he desires.
Yeah, he'll cover the cost for at least a day's berth, so he can pick up some additional supplies and maybe another crew member or two to pick up the slack. And he'll meet you guys all on deck. I suppose this is it. God, fucking a month at sea.
Yeah. But hey, that'll make a hell of a story for your crewmates, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to serve Captain Lascalar, the one who survived the fight with the Kraken?
Kraken Slayer does have a good name to it, ring to it.
Doesn't it? And don't worry, I'll back you up on that story.
Much appreciated. Kaylin's APOD buzzes in her pocket. You look
That's weird.
down, it's your dad. Where
How
are
did
you?
you get my
You
number?
missed curfew by 13 years, young lady.
Can I take a bead of the bead of fireballs and give it to him, or is it just gonna explode?
If he's very careful with it, it won't explode.
You have to throw it to make it explode. It has to break like the pearls.
Alright, Captain. I bought these so that I could explode an enemy ship if we ever saw one. But we didn't. So here. Blow up a ship for me. Preferably a Galarian one. It's just for self-defense, you know.
Just throw it real hard and make sure it hits whatever you're throwing it at.
All right, of course.
Oh, and don't stand too close. That it's kind of, you know. And I just like put my hands together and make like a explosion gesture.
He holds it slightly farther away from his body.
And make sure you
Right.
don't drop that. It will blow you up.
Oh, what a wonderful gift.
Look, we're not here anymore. If you get attacked by some weird creatures, you need some sort of defense.
I'll find something with a lot of padding to store it in.
Yeah, that'd likely be a good choice. Definitely.
Well, we were only 3 days longer than we said we were going to be, so not too bad of a journey. But geez, 25 days at sea, that'll rough any man.
Yeah, I mean, why don't you stay in a couple of days, get some relaxation? The city's beautiful.
At least the night, Lady Adelante. Lady Seer.
It's okay.
Ooh, do you have an APOD?
A what now?
Damn. Never mind.
Although I will say I'm curious. I did want to know what that map was gonna show you.
To be honest, me too.
Map reveal.
No. Live with the secret.
Yeah, like 2 days, like a couple days ago, Adelante was like, "Don't do it. You can come up with your own life goal." And in the back of my head, I want to see it. I
It's because
want to see it. Open it.
when I said it, he looked like he was gonna do it anyway. You know, like, she could kind of read. She could kind of read like. Now
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
gonna do it.
Don't do it. Give it to me instead.
Let me buy it off you.
If everyone, I'm not sure if you guys have any other further goodbyes anyone would like to say. Does
I'd
everyone
say.
return their books to the boat?
Oh my god! Wait, can I make the rules to teach what's his face the medicine stuff because we forgot to do that?
He learned it, we'll say.
Okay, we'll say he learned it. Yeah, I guess I'll call him out and be like, well, here's our stopping point, yeah? You learned a lot. I'm actually really proud.
Well, thank you, Lady Seer. It means a real lot coming from you. Real appreciate it. Big thanks from me and my brother.
Yeah, I mean now
I
we can-
got that splinter out of him real good the other day.
You did, right? And it didn't get infected.
I put the alcohol and I burned his finger just like you said.
Exactly.
Cauterized.
Arterized. Yeah.
Cauterized.
As long as you know what it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, well, make sure that these two stay healthy.
He'll nod. He has a little bit of a quivery lip.
Does he have hair or is he bald?
He has hair.
Alright, I'll scruff his hair.
The lip wobbles more.
Hey, you're not gonna cry, are you? Come on.
No. No.
Not in front of you. Not in front of the captain and your brother. They're gonna be
Of
fun.
course not.
And I'll like give him a hug. I'm like, hey, here, come on.
Yeah, I'll hug you back. All their goodbyes are said amongst everyone. Unless there's anything else, you guys can disembark freely and move about the city.
City time. Leanna ran off the boat, so happy to be.
She's
on solid
kissing
ground.
the land. You leave
Alright,
Ruin on the boat? Wait.
Yeah. I can
Oh.
communicate with him over a mile away.
Lady
He's still
Caitlin, you
here,
forgot your
still
bird.
Oh, he's alright.
Oh, he's not coming into town with us.
Lady Caitlin.
He's alright.
Oh.
You can keep him.
Oh, I really couldn't feed him enough.
Don't worry.
Please take your
he'll-
bird. Please.
No, he'll. Okay. Alright, Ruin, go hide in a forest somewhere.
Ah.
Don't eat too many people's horses.
Don't eat any horses. What do you mean?
One horse. Max.
Flies off in search of a stable.
Oh fuck.
That won't cause any issues, surely.
Look.
He just unsummoned him. Bam.
It's Lascala's fault if he eats someone's horse.
No, it's your fault.
Well, anyway, here's a list of some of the recipes I made. Have fun.
Thank you kindly.
You know,
Miss your cooking,
actually-
ma'am.
Can I have a book?
Oh. Yeah. What book are you looking at, Key?
And maybe
Gotta
I'll
go
just
low.
let me look through your library.
Roll deception.
Let me look through your library.
Who am I deceiving?
Are you actually looking for a real book, or is this so you can keep the book that you already have?
I bought that book. Oh no, he bought that book.
Steamiest sailor drama on the high seas. Nautical love.
Oh yeah, I mean, take whatever you want. I don't even need to see it. I trust you implicitly. You're the only one who wouldn't lie to me.
I never lied to him.
But you would in certain circumstances.
True.
To be honest, I really just wanted. Mage will pull out like the corner of the book. I just wanted to keep this when I'm not done reading it. I can return it when I'm done.
Oh, that's a personal favorite. You'll really enjoy they have their ship actually goes under and they have to stay on a passing cargo ship.
I'm not the far. I'm not the far. I'm not the far. I'm not the far.
He spoils the book.
Classic.
really
Only
enjoyed that
one.
part,
Somebody
wouldn't you?
has to sleep on the floor. They both end up sleeping in the bed. It's great.
I leave the ship. I'm gone.
Fully spoiling the book for you. All right, you guys make your way off the boat and into the ship. You move through the water gate, which is open, and there's a great deal of foot traffic passing through.
Oh, I'm not a crook.
But I am.
Wow. It's amazing. I mean, look at the place. Looks nothing like it did before. I mean, 100 years will do that. But wow.
It's not destroyed.
Very cool.
I've really got to get is the central, like, the place where I need to go for this audience, is it in the exact place that I would normally want to go for it?
The
Like, do I
sanctuary,
remember the
yes.
direction?
So the entire city called the sanctuary is built around the building that was made by Assure's own hand, the sanctuary.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh
one of the
God,
first
okay.
major settlements. Looking up, you can see it actually from down here. This massive crenellated palace set atop these huge battlements overlooking the city. You can very clearly tell, though, that much of the defenses and military additions were made after the initial construction, though they still appear thousands of years old.
Listen, big ass temple.
However, as you guys are making your way into the city, you hear a slightly unwelcome and familiar sound. The blaring of trumpets that emanates from everywhere and nowhere at once.
God damn it.
I look around. I look for Erlin.
As you look up into the sky, it is not Erlin that appears, but a familiar three-headed figure wreathed in flaming wheels of multicolored hues.
Not now. I just.
and- Amidst the screams and cries of passerbys, this massive being, 3 times as tall as any of you, settles down in your midst.
Oh boy.
Well, this won't instantly ruin our reputation in this city.
You have passed the first test of Mentor.
Oh dear.
Your audience is granted. And you all watch as this creature reaches forward and a doorknob of brilliant white crystal appears hanging in the air. It gives it a turn and pushes, and you watch a doorway of brilliant white light edged with brown and gold opens, the size of this massive creature, this angel of Mentor. You will speak. Come.
I don't speak come. I start walking down the street.
Oh shit.
Alright, come on. Promise we'd go.
Do I really have to go in there and, like, I could just wait outside?
Angel wizard.
Who are we
Um,
talking to? I thought we were here
Me.
to go to the sanctuary, not to talk to Mentor.
Mage enters the doorway.
Ah, fuck.
Yep, well, they're going, so we all have to go. Come on, pile the play. Oh, don't be a baby.
You know, like, I don't do good with angels.
Hey, well, can this one stay, or do they have to come? Like, is the angel already gone?
It is not. It is impassively standing there, holding open this brilliant door.
I
that
wonder
leads
how
to nowhere.
long we can get it to
Well-
stand here and hold this
well,
open.
It looks like you're coming in. I don't think he's much receptive to talking, so you're gonna have to go inside.
Fuck. Alright.
All right, I'm coming. I'm coming. Like walk in, like waving my hand. Since I couldn't wait until tomorrow. No, I'm playing.
As you step through, the words that you're saying are cut off from those behind you. As you one at a time enter, the last person to enter looks back to see the door shut before Lyanna is able to enter.
Oh.
Well-
No. No, I knew it.
God damn it.
As you all step forward, you each hear and feel the clack of stone underneath your boot heels. But you realize that you are not next to your compatriots. And as you look around, you find yourself standing in this massive garden, edged by old stone and covered entirely with a ceiling of rock, somewhere underground, though there seems to be sunlight streaming from the stone itself. As you look out over a lush and varied garden of fruit trees and flowers and wild plants alike, kneeling, there is a man, unlike any that you have seen before, who adjusts himself to a seated position and sits holding a carved wooden staff. And even without magical assistance, you can see that he glows and roils with power. For the first time in any of your lives, you behold a god made flesh. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Oh boy.
Son of a bitch.
Damn. It's Mentor.
Homie just chilling like that.
He just vibing.
God damn it.
We met God. We met God. This is a real JRPG.
I hope y'all are ready to have a conversation with God next session.
Hell no.
Hey God. The pussiest one of all of them, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
Say
ready
that.
to sit there and
He acted
passively
like a bitch.
aggressively stare.
He's acting like a bitch. Like, come on. Like, okay.
Yeah, why didn't you let our friend come in?
Yeah, right? Why didn't you let her come in?
There are only 4 pathways.
Why didn't you let Lascalar come
It wouldn't have been as granular.
in? You're saying
Yeah,
if Chris
oh
was
my
still
God,
here,
that
this quest
really-
would be impossible.
The thing is now, Lyanna still has fucking deniability. You can't say you literally saw God. It's so Nate can keep that quirk of hers. She's like,
That's
yeah,
not. I didn't
man."
even think of that, but that's fucking hilarious. And I'm
Aw.
absolutely saying that that's intended now.
She's an atheist. She doesn't get to see God.
Dude, that's so fucking insane. Alright, I'm gonna get going because full disclosure, is your stream still on?
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
turn
Sick.
it on.
I have to shit, so I'm leaving. I'm going.
Have fun. Don't
mean-
fall in.
That's not the worst thing to be said.
Oh, absolutely not. I wanted it to be on so that people would hear me say I have to shit. I was hoping it would be on. Thanks everybody for watching. You know, we saw God.
God.
Come
The
next
dumb
session with
dog.
questions. The
Yeah.
dumb- oh my god.
Here, Mentor, where am I
Alright.
from? What am I doing? Why am I here?
Bye.
Mentor, what is Captain Lescolor's life goal?
Where did Vega come from? Why are you still sitting here?
What is Captain Lascalar's life goal?
Yeah, so my Discord crashed right as I said
Hey,
that.
for me as well. I relaunched after as you said it. This is fucking insane. Knowledge
We're
is
not allowed
powerful.
to know.
Mentor, how much risk do you have? How much risk have you accumulated over the thousands of years you exist?
1.
But it is. One is better than a whole, my child.
What about 2 holes?
What kind of answer is
know.
that? Does that mean you've only gotten 1 risk point?
You know.
Or have you spent it all on 1 woman?
Hey now.
Hey, no.
Hey now, hey now,
That's what dreams are made of.
2
Wake up.
days, another 2
Wake up.
days. Gonna come back to you. 2 days.
So what question are we gonna ask God is, and why do we need to kill the gods?
And why is it what is Lescolor's life goal?
Only Adelante thinks that y'all need to kill the gods, and I don't know why.
I just
That's-
want to kill the
That's
vampire.
exactly what I think. When Hana was like, he's a pussy because he doesn't want the gods to die. I was like, yeah, maybe. Like,
You know, killing someone is kind of bad sometimes.
Look, do I have to pull up the diagram again?
I never saw
don't make
the
me point to the
diagram.
sign.
I was always cooking.
Don't make me point to the sign.
We have to remake Cthulhu's because Celestia a bitch.
Also, need to go back home with a whole bunch of spears for my children. That way they can go.
Why don't
Oh god.
wait? So there were 2 gods, right? And one of them split into the what is it?
Into 5, yeah.
There-
But the one of them split into the 5 because the other one hit him in the back of the head with a rock.
That's right.
So why don't we just write a strongly worded letter to that one?
Well, because he'll leave it on the red.
I'm less concerned about them, and I'm more concerned about the question mark deity eyeball that was floating in the sky.
Yes.
Because what I got pieced out of that entire conversation is there's something overarching the gods that is punishing them for being too active or something like that, for getting like too carried away. They'll get punished.
There's one
I
way to
really
find out.
don't.
The only thing I will say is that you don't know whether the eyeballs were that thing or Celestia. That is the only unanswered question that you have.
Why not both?
Why not both? It's a great answer.
Let's drop this pantheon to 5.
Who are you cutting?
Cool.
Adelante.
Got 'em.
Mentor.
Destroyed, obliterated, RKO'd out of nowhere. Oh man. Well, I hope you guys have
I don't-
enjoyed. I am really trying to weave a story through all of this nonsense, so I hope it is
Yeah.
worthwhile to you guys.
I
I
don't want to think about what we're going to do after the vampire until we get to after the vampire.
I mean, we're gonna go see. I'm gonna go see my family, right? They're safe in the Feywild.
Right.
Yeah, good luck into the Feywild.
But mage,
Aren't you taking like Dream of the Blue Veil next level?
It doesn't mean I have to take anybody.
What
but
did he
mage, you
do? What
told
is-
me
what
where
is
they
that
were.
being punishment?
Can you
Major
help me?
piece him out.
Just because I told you where they were doesn't mean I'm going to bridge that passage for you.
Yeah, but don't you want to see like more worlds and see cool stuff?
No, man, that's a big spell slot, man. You're asking a lot.
I am, but you
I
You
use
can
it.
only do that once a day.
I just casually burned Tower Word Paint on you for a week straight.
No incongruity detected.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get you guys experience.
I also, Longbed, I know you appreciate the fuck out of this. The floating eye is a great thing.
Oh, did you DM it to them?
No, she's still watching.
Oh, did you pull it up?
Oh god.
You show it. You show it on stream.
Oh god.
What's
It's a good diagram.
Diagram I made.
It's a good diagram.
Where's the
Better than the one I
You know-
fucking made.
Ring of chat room, just scroll up like 2 times. What do you say better than the one you made?
Yeah, I mean, mine was just circles. You got a whole ass PNG in there and words.
Alright, hold on. I'll slide it back over to the live stream. Also, I appreciate the reason seeing this is literally because Ku had a fucking major acid trip looking up towards the fucking
Sucks.
gods as well.
What are you doing, Saki? He's literally just standing by the wall, jumping up and down. Hell yeah.
Hey,
Eyeballs.
Did we get 10,000 experience for
You-
really good roleplay?
You did not, but
Fuck.
I am gonna give you.
Well, we got 20,000.
No.
40.
Fuck.
Aren't you guys like only like 5k off of level?
I don't know.
I
10.
don't think so.
Yes.
We're 10k?
You're at
I'm
160.
160.5 out of 165.
Yeah, I'll give you guys 1,500
Oh, yeah.
experience. So
That's
that
where
should
we were
put you
at.
at 16200. I'll update Adelante's sheet.
162,000, babe.
Alrighty.
So how are we-
Roidy-roo.
How are we going to predict next session? I imagine it's going to involve everybody arguing with Mentor, and somebody's like, "I'm going to kill you," and then it's going to be messy.
I'm gonna stare passive aggressively.
You know where my family is, like, exactly, so I could just go visit them after? I mean, have access to full divine knowledge, just be able to find the location of my family's home and house. And
I
then-
mean, depending on what y'all do, this might be one of those like fucking eldritch knowledge things that fuck you guys up.
I mean, Ku's all about it, so she'll keep us.
Lovecraftian ass, like viewing the workings of the universe.
I
Real
mean,
quick.
I do like Gordon's theory that he brought up a few minutes ago of the god that is super smart probably knows something about the eyeball guy, and there's a reason why we shouldn't be trying to remake the Carthulos. Because the eyeball guy may be mad,
well, we should get him a
and
birthday
Mentor
cake.
is like the big brain god.
Mm.
But fuck it.
What happens?
my-
with-
hashtag
what
not my
happens to
god.
the big brain god when you cram 4 of the gods inside of him?
Mm.
5
new
gods in a
brain god.
trench coat.
You get a coup situation, I believe.
What? What do you mean? It's just me here.
Okay, sure.
Look into the eyes, and you just hear screaming in the distance for some reason.
I think I have a crush on Vega.
Everyone does.
You and everyone else that's met Vega.
No, but I think mine's deeper than just you're a
Oh,
hot
yeah.
tiefling.
Yeah. Yeah, Vega connected with Mage on a mental level. Yeah. She met him she met them at their where they live, so to speak.
Yeah.
I think I look at Vega strictly as a merchant.
Texting my girlfriend, D&D went so good,
I
they're
was gonna say,
finally
I
off
don't
the
have a
boat.
crush on Vega.
I don't actually have a crush on her. I just look at her like, oh, she's a shopkeeper.
Yeah, she's weird.
I fucking laughed my... Well, no, I just laughed my ass off. I'm like, huh. Yeah, cool. I like a lot of the magic stuff she has. I've been so distracted with that, I have not paid attention to her at all.
Oh no, I just got a Google opinion awards. During the past week, have you shopped for cellular service devices? They're listening to me talk about AirPods and think I want to buy a phone.
But don't you want to buy one? No.
I I'm pretty convinced Mage is just fucking destroyed. I don't think Mage pulled out their APOD beyond the first session they had it, and with all the fucking like fire and underwater and just utter destruction that has happened to the person. I'm pretty sure the phone's like really cracked. Like at least the screen's cracked.
I can't wait for us to get in fucking trouble here.
Well, then don't touch anything.
Somebody needs to cast silence on Adelante real quick.
Don't touch anything. Don't say anything. Just don't do anything. Let's just stand there and look at him before, and then make him feel uncomfortable and send us home.
I mean, we could. It's a good plan.
Hey, I was ready to try and pull a Mr. Beast challenge on that the guy holding open the door, and just be like, I'm gonna stand there for 24 hours and see if you close the door.
Just as we're standing there waiting for the door, the fucking Crown's Guard or whatever in this town fucking rocks up like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, like I said when he showed up, oh, this isn't gonna sully our reputation in this town instantly.
They were sent by Mentor. No. You have nothing to
I
do
thought
with
he
that
was gonna
asshole.
throw a giant monster at us in the middle of the street, to be honest.
Dude, I honestly was expecting that.
Trial the second. No. The first trial was to get you an audience. Perhaps this is the second trial.
He's gonna ask us
He's gonna,
philosophical questions.
yeah, he's gonna make us question our existence, and everyone's gonna go, oh, and Mage is gonna be sketching a tree.
I mean,
If I think, therefore I am.
I feel like Mage of all people would want to. I mean, would like, if not want to know and follow the god, like be interested in a repository of all knowledge.
You think, but
would
Mage
think
is
that.
also a firm believer of what they don't know doesn't hurt them.
so he's also an atheist.
Here in my garage.
There are knowledges to seek, and there are knowledges to remain ignorant.
Yeah. Ignorance is bliss.
Bliss. Haven't you heard? A picture's worth 1,000 words. Princess Toadstool,
No.
you're so misguided.
Alright, apologies on bad. I'm gonna finally cut the stream.
Oh, they got the part where we were all shit talking.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, I always do. It's good stuff.
Hey, Longbed, thanks for coming. Appreciate your ass.
Sleepy time.
Hell yeah.
God of knowledge says, putting